Can someone please tell me the efficiency of firing a bunch of air traffic controllers when they're already understaffed? Okay, creating tons of collisions and issues and things falling out of the sky, and then twattering out that you would like to rehire retired air traffic controllers, just like they did with that general. I don't know if you remember that when they canned the 4-star general because of this. So they said, yeah, and then they dug around for a retired white 3-star guy who was unqualified and gave him a waiver to put him in the role when he wasn't qualified for it, because that's meritocracy in their language. And they are basically doing it with the air controllers now. They want people who are out of the loop, who haven't been working in the industry for a while, who left the industry, who are aged and tired, to come back. You know why? So they can cherry pick old white people, all right, and pay them less, of course, because they're retirees. So they can pay them less than someone who's young with a family. And they can also find some nice, loyalist, Ray people that will have no problem helping make sure that planes with too much diversity on it don't make it to the ground safely. All right, planes full of people trying to escape won't make it out correctly. Like, come on, you guys, this is... Like, they're not even hiding it. This was one of the first things they did. They got in there, and before the week was out, planes were falling out of the sky, and they were like, it's because of black people 20 years ago. And a whole bunch of steeple people and Rays went, sound good to me. It's because of black people 20 years ago that planes are falling out of the sky now. It's not because the Chad's Only team is fucking shit up. Like, are we great yet? Are we winning? Like, it's so funny because my stench supporting friend, the one that I love talking to about this because they're trying to defend everything and it just gets worse and worse, was just arguing about how we need the turnover in the workforce because using the teaching system as an example, it's not fair that you can be tenured in and then you never have to do more, get better. You can just coast once you've passed. And I'm like, yeah, I believe in things like term limits or like making sure that people stay on top of things. Like, that's fair. That is fair to stay good in your field. And if you're no longer, if you're aged out, then okay, I believe in that too. Sometimes folks do age out. So now I can't wait to go ask him. So since we just had this whole argument about how we need to get rid of people that are too old and should be aged out of a job because young, fresh hires should come in, you know, you're God King, because total GoDaddy worshiper, loves GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a genius. GoDaddy is amazing. GoDaddy should run everything, okay? So I'm like, so that's your dude. So GoDaddy wants to rehire retired air traffic controllers because efficiency is to bring back the people who are done. Are we still blindly, what's the excuse for why you understand and accept that after 2 hours of telling me why bringing or having people who are aged out of something should just be pushed out of the way, Giver style? I don't think he's read that book. So I'm waiting for the answer on that. I'm very interested to hear the answer on why now. Well, this is okay. It's all right. We can bring retired people back to do the airplanes. Nothing could go wrong with that. Ooh, in addition to canceling the Verizon contract so that he can bring it to himself, no conflict there, no bloat there. Definitely, totally normal for someone to come in and say, I'm canceling this contract so I can give it to myself and my shitty company that has satellites falling out of the sky every couple of days. So that, yeah, between him owning the systems and his people in the towers, yeah, you trying to escape? Shoo! Too many brown people? Shoo! Plane full of women? Shoo! Oh, is there a pregnant woman on that plane going to a state where she can get medical help? Shoo! All right, look, my plan, if I end up having to skip because too many people are too scared to get up, because like I said, it has to be y'all up front. Can't be us. Has to be y'all up front. And that's the scary part. We got to wait for folks that are used to everyone else running to the front to run to the front for themselves this time. And after what we saw in Idaho, it's looking kind of, are you guys capable of running to the front? I know Boston's ready. East Coast is ready. All right. Cornfield states, get your people ready. If these people aren't ready in time and I have to go, I'm not leaving from here. I'm driving. And then I will be flying out from a country that has air systems that aren't controlled by one billionaire who's just playing with our lives for fun because they're in the most Ray country on the planet. And because of that, they are now allowed to just play with American lives because at least the woman of color isn't in charge. Mass unemployment, totally fine. Cutting social programs, totally fine. Everything they campaigned on was a lie, completely fine. Spending more money, yet deporting less people, totally fine. Because you know what? It's not a woman of color up there laughing. Any price, any price.